My name's Kevin Hoyt, and I want to talk to you about my favorite subject, me. I wish it was that simple. I really want to talk about my crusade and the larger picture of how important it is. Of course, I'm talking about hunting. What does that word mean to you, and how important is it in your lifestyle?
That Kevin Hoyt is doing here is a fantastic thing. He's promoting the future hunting for kids. There's too many video games nowadays. Kids are spending too much time in front of TV and not getting out there hunting, and we're losing hunters at a lot faster rate than we're gaining them. And if this keeps on, in 20 years we're not going to have any hunting. So it's good to get them interested when they're young, and once they get it in their blood, they're hooked, and then they can pass it on to their children. And that's what we're doing. We're losing this heritage. It's such a wonderful thing that the Lord has provided us with this beautiful creature, the whitetail, and we respect them, but at the same time, got to harvest them. It's nice to put the meat on the table and teach these kids the right ethics of doing these things. This right here, that's right. There's the future of hunting right there. 8-year-old kids, get them out there and get them in the woods and get them hunting. That's what it's all about.
Predictions have been made that we're going to lose the privilege to hunt by mid-century. Some people say as soon as the next decade or two. I know I plan on hunting 20 years from now, and hopefully my kids and grandkids can too.
Kevin Hoyt, he's probably one of the smartest guys I know. 15 years ago, youth hunting was basically non-existent, and with his persistence and influence on the industry, it's booming. It's everywhere now, and I hope it continues. He's done some big-time media stuff too, like the front page of New York Times. That's a big newspaper, and usually a pretty liberal one too. But Kevin got them to write a fantastic pro-hunting story. I can't even count all the other media stuff he's done. I know Palazan was a big one on CNN.
With the video camera is Kevin Hoyt. He's a friend of the family and a crusader for the cause of hunting.
We're fighting a losing battle. We're in the 11th hour, and we've got to do something now if we're even going to have a prayer of trying to save and preserve this wonderful sport.
Hoyt says hunting is in crisis because not enough families are like the Fetchners, passing the sport down to their kids. During the 1980s, about 17 million people called themselves hunters, but the hunting industry says the number of hunters in America is now dropping, and that hunting could virtually vanish from America by mid-century if something isn't done to save it. Hoyt also insists the demise of hunting would damage the environment because most conservation money comes from hunters through the sale of licenses.
We're the ones that are saving and protecting and restoring habitat. We're the ones transplanting endangered species and reintroducing species to make sure they're here for our future. So, he's on a cross-country mission to inspire young hunters and their parents. His tour includes classrooms. Why would we possibly hunt? How about in the back?
The hide for clothing or something?
The hide, sure.
In schools receptive to his message. Kevin Hoyt may travel solo, but he's not alone in his concern. Anxious that tradition could fade away and worried about losing the economic benefits of this $20 billion a year sport, politically active pro-hunting groups are also seeing children as the solution to keeping hunting off the endangered species list.
About half the hunting population, roughly 45%, are between the ages of 35 and 54. That's older than we would like it to be.
Hi, this is Rick Story, U.S. Sportsman's Alliance. I'm asking you to follow Kevin's lead and take somebody hunting who's never been out before.
You see, hunting's a whole lot more than idiots like me that love to sit in a tree stand. This is how we pay for wildlife in this country. This is how animals made it this far in history, and this is why we have so many species still with us today. This is how we manage and control our animal populations. Hunting also gives our wildlife value in the corporate world, and that's how we buy, save, and protect animals and their precious habitat. In fact, almost 100% of all conservation money comes from hunters. So you can see how important it is for both the economy and ecology of our nation.
Hi, I'm Peyton Hoyt.
And I'm Governor Jim Douglas.
Asking you to take a kid out into the woods this season.
It's important to keep our hunting traditions alive.
There's a million causes for the participation decline, from single parents to land access, bias and uninformed media reports. There's competition from other sports and computers. Heck, I never had an Xbox when I was a kid. Anyway, rather than trying to fight those individual causes, I jumped right to the cure. You see, I have a passion theory. I don't believe that I'm the only hunter out there who cares about the future. I know we still have the power of numbers to save this wonderful heritage and tradition and our wildlife, and it's as simple as taking a kid hunting. Then my next problem was getting people to listen. That's where the tremendous giveaway comes in. I try to lead by example, and I give away between 40 and 60 dream hunts all across the country every year. Then I show up as lowly cameraman to film the adventures for my TV series. I also do media events, talk radio, and stop at as many schools in my travel path as I can to give free conservation seminars. The giveaway is actually really great, but my goal is recruitment and retention, and we get there through education and increasing awareness. I can't imagine this country without hunting, without wildlife. So I'm doing everything that I can to save it, and I hope I can count on you to join me.
I know Kevin Hoyt personally. Kevin Hoyt, in my opinion, is a wildlife conservation icon. And I mean, he's done more in the 10 years that he's been involved than probably many groups have in twice the amount of time. And all I can say is that I really hope that his passion for the outdoors and taking kids hunting and the conservation and preservation of our sport carry on and spread like wildfire.
The new conservation movement has begun.